Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Janavallava Girivaranani Gopi Janavallava Girivaranani Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Janavallava Girivaranani Gopi Janavallava Girivaranani Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev. Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Padivrajagacharya, Stu Terasita, Sri Srimad, Divine Grace. ISKCON founder Acharya Jagat Guru S. Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Padivrajagacharya, Stu Terasita, Sri Srimad, Divine Grace. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anand Goti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridasa Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Guru Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopina Shyama Kund Radha Kunda Giri Gauravadan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Ganges Mai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Pramananya. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padya Krishna Pratya Bhutale Shrimati Bhati Chitta Shanti Namaste. Krishna Rupada Shitana Shri Gaura Karana Shakti Bhati Chitta. Narayanam Namaskritya Aram Chaiva Narottamam Divyam Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashta Prayeshva Bhadreshu Ityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavati Uttamasloki Bhakti Ribhavasti Naistigi Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakayan Chakchurunmritam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Suyutaparakara Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Pitam Tam Sajivam Sadhuitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Si Visakan Vitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhani Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Pancha Kalpataru Vyascha Kripa Sandhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Continue our reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 16. How Parikshit received the age of Kali. So we continue from where we stopped. Text 16. Maharaj Parikshit heard that out of his causeless mercy, Lord Krishna or Vishnu, who is universally obeyed, rendered all kinds of service to the malleable sons of Pandu, and accepting posts ranging from chariot driver to president to messenger to friend, night watchman, etc., according to the will of the Pandavas, obeying them like a servant and offering obeisances like one younger in years. When he heard this, Maharaj Parikshit became overwhelmed with devotion to the lotus feet of the Lord. Yes, the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead melt the heart of those who hear. That's the importance of hearing about Krishna. How wonderful Krishna is. You don't find this in any philosophy anywhere in the world. Muslims have difficulty to understand that Krishna is a son of somebody. That is not possible. That is not possible. How can God be the son of who? Who? Who can be the father, the mother of the Supreme Lord? Do you understand what they're talking? God is the son of who? He is too mighty that he cannot be. So Parikshit Maharaj, not only that he have seen all this with his own eyes. So his heart is melting out of love for Krishna, hearing. When we hear about Krishna, all inauspicious things will be destroyed. And love for Krishna will develop. Two things happen when we hear about Krishna. So it is very, very important for us to hear about Krishna. For that reason, Lord Krishna said, Janma Karma Chame Divyam. My activities, my appearance and disappearance, all of them are transcendental. They're transcendental because they can transform anyone who hears. That's the transcendental nature. So Parashit Maharaj became overwhelmed with devotion at the lotus feet of the Lord, hearing about the sweet dealings of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He didn't feel this is not possible for God to do that. How can God become a servant? How? He didn't feel like that. He accepted and appreciated that. Lord Krishna is everything to the unalloyed devotees like the Pandavas. The Lord was for them the Supreme Lord, the spiritual master, the worshipable deity, the guide, the chariot driver, the friend, the servant, the messenger, and everything they could conceive of. How can someone become your master becoming your servant? How can a master become servant? Huh? Out of love. So you can do that out of love. Yes. Is there anything could it seem possible for Krishna to do? Or something can stop him from doing what he wants to do? He is supremely independent. So Maharaj Parashit, as a pure devotee, the Lord could appreciate the Lord's transcendental reciprocation of the feelings of his devotees. And thus he himself also was overwhelmed with the feelings of the Lord. Simply by appreciating the dealings of the Lord with his pure devotees, one can attain salvation. Just to appreciate Krishna can do this out of his love. Lord Krishna's promise is, as we surrender to him, he will reward us like that. But devotees of Krishna have nothing to ask from Krishna. So how will he reciprocate? Devotees have nothing to ask from Krishna. So how will he reciprocate? How will he fulfill the desire of devotee? Devotees are not asking him anything. What do you want? There's nothing. How will he liquidate the debt? His promise is, as a surrender, I will reward. So how will Krishna reward the devotees who are asking nothing from him?
Like, so 2 points like Krishna can give them.
This is our mic. You're looking behind. Okay, can shout. All right, yes, come. Mr. Mike has come.
So devotees may sometimes wish to serve Krishna in a particular way, so Krishna can fulfill that. And another point is by Krishna will act in a way that he will give them more and more association.
Devotees always have association with Krishna. They always have his association. Either Sambhoga or Vipalamba. They are always having Krishna's association. In both ways. Here. Okay. All right.
Even though we don't ask Krishna for anything, but he mentions in Bhagavad Gita that You protect what we have and you provide what we lack.
Okay, he's providing, but I don't want. I don't want. What do you want from me? Nothing. Ask me for something, nothing. I don't want. Kolabesh said that. What did you ask from Krishna? Kolabesh, what did he ask? Chitama forced him. Ask me. I have nothing to ask you. What is your list? Give me your list. See, all the devotees brought their list. Give me your list. I want to fulfill it today. No list. How will he liquidate that debt? That's his promise. I will reward accordingly. So, now he's asking devotee. The devotee is not asking anything. How will he reciprocate? How will he liquidate that debt?
He said, I don't know how to repay you, just like the way they surrender to him. Since I'm indebted to you, I don't know how to pay you.
Yes, that is cheating. Krishna, that's cheating. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Here. Krishna speak very sweet word to cheat the God. they enjoy that. They know he's very, very tricky. Yes, sir.
Lord Krishna can give his remembrance all the time, so that devotees may never forget him and they can always remember him.
Okay, thank you. Yes, sir.
It's like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his 6th Ashtabam quoted, Mama Janmani Janmani Shwaya Bhaktat Bhakti People. So devotee has only this desire to have devotion to his lotus feet. So Krishna fulfills that desire. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, you will remember me for that.
Okay, thank you.
Or similar in the case of gopis, like Mataji said, so Krishna said, I can't repay you, but in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he repaid the debt. So he just distribute the love of God into everyone.
Thank you. Very good. Yeah. Thank you. Good contribution.
Taking this particular case, we see various pastimes examples. Like in case of Guru Maharaj, he denied, I don't want, but Krishna fulfilled the desire indirectly. Second case, we can take like where devotees like Yasudha Bhai, Anand Maharaj, they are not asking anything, but Krishna is ready to serve them. He is going out of the way serving them. So, which could be some ways like
How does this serve them?
like Krishna is carrying the silver. And here we see in case of Arjuna, he is becoming chariot driver.
Yes, thank you. Krishna is liquidating his debt by this. He gave himself to the devotees. That's he liquidate his debt. He will give himself to the devotee in this way. See, this is the reciprocation of Krishna for his devotee who never ask him for anything, and they will never ask him for anything. So he will find a way to give himself to the devotee. So Parishima is appreciating this. And the appreciation is giving him more devotion for Krishna. He's expanding his devotion for Krishna. This is how Krishna is doing it. Thank you. Thank you all for your contribution.
Is Maharaj practice of Krishna in Lalita? My question is that is Maharaj Parikshit in his lifetime he saw Krishna personally face to face?
As a king,
He just here is mentioned he heard only.
as a king, what is he doing as a king? He representing Krishna. Yes, this is his service. That is his service to Krishna, to rule the whole world for Krishna. And that's why Krishna protected him, because he's the one to take over from Yudhishthira Maharaj. This is his service.
I don't have service. I just said he saw Krishna.
Okay. Yes. he saw Krishna only in the womb. Only in the womb. Not directly at that time. Yes. And that's why when he came, he was, who is a person who came to protect me? And then his name became Parikshit. He's looking for Krishna. No other time I heard that he had met Krishna. Any history?
Lord Krishna comes back for Rasui Yajna. So that time Parikshit Maharaj already.
Okay.
Bhagavatam it comes. When once Krishna goes to Dwarka, and when again Yudhishthira Maharaj invites him for Rasui Yajna.
Yeah, so Parikshit Maharaj was there.
He's already born.
Yeah, he was already born by that time. Yeah, so he saw. He saw Krishna. Directly. Before this time. Okay. Okay, 17. Now you may hear from me of what happened while Maharaj Parikshit was passing his days, hearing of the good occupations of his forefathers, and being absorbed in thought of them. Mm-hmm. 18 to 20 Dharma questions to Dharani. The personality of religious principles, Dharma, was wandering about in the form of a bull, and he met the personality of earth in the form of a cow, who appeared to grieve like a mother who had lost her child. She had tears in her eyes, and the beauty of her body was lost. Thus, Dharma questioned the earth as follows. Properly explain what this verse means, what it's saying. The bull is an emblem of the moral principle, and the cow is a representative of the earth. When the bull and the cow are in a joyful mood, it is to be understood that the people of the world are also in a joyful mood. The reason is that the bull helps production of grains in the agricultural field, and the cow delivers milk, the miracle of aggregate food values. The bull and the cow can be protected for the good of all human society simply by the spreading of Brahmanical culture as the topmost perfection of all cultural affairs. By advancement of such culture, the morale of society is properly maintained, and so peace and prosperity are also maintained without extraneous effort. When Brahmanical culture deteriorates, the cow and bull are mistreated, and the resultant actions are prominent by the following symptoms. The symptom of Brahmanical culture is what? What is symptom? Brahmanical culture. Protecting the cows and the bull. Brahmanas, yes. Yes. The absence of this is Kali Yuga. This is what we're experiencing. You see that the first thing demons will do when they take power is what? What's the first thing demons will do when they take up power? Stop Brahmanas from performing activity, kill the cows and the bull. That's the first thing they will do. Because the purpose is to destroy religion. All of them, comes out to all of them. For all, the same principle. That's the target. No Krishna consciousness. So a country that does not want Krishna consciousness means what? That is Kali Yuga country. And nobody will be happy in that country. Nobody will be happy. Everybody will be miserable. Dharma, in the form of a bull, asked, Madam, are you not hale and hearty? Why are you covered with the shadow of grief? It appears by your face that you have become black. Are you suffering from some internal disease, or are you thinking of some relative who is away in a distant place? When the heart is troubled, it will show on the face. When the heart is troubled, the face will manifest whatever is happening inside. Yes. So looking at the face of a cow, the bull, Dharma, can see what is happening. From the very faces of the people of this age, one can find out the index of the mind. Everyone feels the absence of his relative who is away from home. The particular symptom of the age of Kali is that no family is now blessed to live together. What is separating the family? Money and computer. Yes. The mother is there room with the computer. Now is cell phone. The children are there with the cell phone. The father is here with cell phone. The family is divided in the same building. Not from different countries. Even this day, nobody feels bad that a family member is thousands of kilometers away. Nobody feels it. You know? Nobody feels a family member is away from house. Who feels? Even these days, you see the same thing. The husband is in India, the wife is ambassador in another country. Right? The wife is an ambassador in another country. Did they feel bad? Do they feel bad that my husband is thousands of kilometers, or my own wife? Not even the husband. The husband is okay. The wife is thousands of kilometers away. Do they feel bad? It's normal life, civilization. That's how we call it. It is civilization. We are very advanced. Look forward, don't look backward. Primitive life should be gone. Civilized. Family divided. No affection. The wife is working, the husband is working. Who is going to take care of the child? Huh? Nurse. So whom the child will have affection for? You understand? Is it difficult? But who is seeing it? Who is seeing it? Nobody see it. That is, it's life, it's civilization. Who is going to cook for who? Who? The servant. The servant. The servant is cooking for you or for money? So what has he cooked? What has he cooked? Money. So why are we surprised that tomorrow morning you are chanting, it is money that comes to our mind, not Krishna? Why are we surprised? So the Papa said all of us should know why we are suffering. We should know. We should know why we are suffering. Because we are living life outside the scripture. A risky life. That is a risky life. A sane person should live life based on the scripture. That is sanity. Our activities should be approved in the scripture. The particular symptom of the age of Kali is that no family is now blessed to live together to earn a livelihood. The father lives at a place far away from the son, or the wife lives far away from the husband, and so on. So when the husband is there and the wife is there, when the body need a man or need a woman, what will happen? What will happen? Boyfriend, girlfriend. That is natural for now in Kali Yuga. Civilization, demonic civilization. They are suffering from internal diseases, separation from those near and dear, and anxieties for maintaining the status quo. These are but some important factors which make the people of this age always unhappy. I have lost my 3 legs and I'm now standing on one only. Are you lamenting for my state of existence? Or are you in great anxiety because henceforward the unlawful meat eaters will exploit you? Are you in a sorry plight because the demigods are now bereft of their share of sacrificial offerings? Because no sacrifices are being performed at present? Or are you grieving for living beings because of their suffering due to famine and drought? What is the meaning of this verse? What is the verse teaching? This verse, what is it saying? Look at the verse. What is the verse saying?
With the progress of Kali Yuga, these things will increase.
What are the things?
like meat eaters.
Start from the beginning. Start from the beginning.
So, like we have learned that in this Kali Yuga only truthfulness is there.
Yes. So
That one leg is
yes, Kali Yuga. No, we have no.
austerity, cleanliness, and mercy.
It's finished, right? Hostility is our religion for now, right? That's the dealings we're having with each other, even as devotees. Even as devotees, our relationship is not cordial, it's not from the heart. It's not sweet. Isn't it? Relationship is not sweet. Why? Who feel comfortable standing on one leg? Can you try? I said, second here I can see. Who feel comfortable standing on one leg? I said, you are doing a set. Oh, you're yogi, so you can. You see, Atrimunia and Nasuya, they can stand on one leg. And how many people do like that? That's austerity. It's not a normal life, it's an austerity. Right? Next. So we are in balance. Kali Yuga means we are living in balanced life. Right? The next one. What's the next one? Are you lamenting for the state of existence? And the next situation. Right? How are we existing? What is our life in Kali Yuga? What is our life? Huh?
Anxiety.
Anxiety, lamentation, fear. Right? It's our life. So for a reasonable person, our situation is lamentable. That is why you see the pure devotee, they can take any kinds of risk to preach Krishna consciousness. That's the only reason. They want to help us get out of our deplorable situation. Or are you in great anxiety because henceforward the unlawful meat eaters will exploit you? Millions of animals are being killed every day, especially in December. For the tongue, not for the belly, for the tongue. The belly does not need it, the tongue needs it. So it's a serious concern. You can see the exploitation. Or are you in a sorrow plight because the demigods are now bereft of their share of sacrificial offerings, because no sacrifices are being performed at present? No sacrifice. Or are you grieving for living beings because their sufferings due to famine, because of their suffering due to famine and drought? Every time you have this problem. With the progress of the age of Kali, 4 things particularly, namely the duration of life, mercy, the power of recollection, and moral or religious principle will gradually diminish, since dharma or the principle of religion will be lost in the proportion of 3 out of 4. The symbolic bull was standing on one leg only. When 3/4 of the population of the whole world become irreligious, the situation is converted into hell for the animals. Now they are sophisticated, well-equipped slaughterhouses, sophisticated machines for slaughtering animals, heavy machines. And they spend a lot of money to do that, to kill animals. There are so many. Things nature has kindly provided. But Kaliga is so advanced that we miss the chance, and we are simply engaging in what Bhagavad Gita described as Ugra Karma. Ugra Karma is activities meant for destroying the world. That is what is the mindset of everyone. Horrible activities which is meant for destroying the world is what everybody is conveniently doing. And someone is saying that you are disturbing my faith. What did he say? Somebody is? Huh?
Playing with the faith.
Yes, you are playing with our faith. By telling you to become a human being, that means you are playing with your faith. Right? A living animal life, a dangerous life for your own self, but somebody trying to make a human being. Oh, you are playing with my faith. That's a human being? Is that a human being? If one is keeping to religious principle, it's for whose benefit? For God? For the Guru? For who? It's for the self. That's it, for the self. When we are committing all kinds of sinful activities in the name of enjoyment, but when the result comes, we're blaming everybody except the person himself or herself. God, why am I suffering like this? Because you are due for the suffering. If you tell people that, oh, you're so cruel, how can you say that? You're so cruel. But when they're doing sinful activity, that's not cruelty. When they're suffering the result, it is cruelty. That is our situation. All the above items mentioned in the Vedic literatures are never meant for any particular community or birth. They are different qualifications of human beings in general. There is no question of birthright or community. One can acquire the respective qualifications by one's own effort, and thus the son of a Vaishnava can become a Mlecha, or the son of a Chandala can become more than a Brahmana, all in terms of their association and intimate relation with the Supreme Lord. You understand by this? Do you understand? So when we say Mlecha, it's not a class of people. It is activities that we do that qualify us to what we are. Right? The son of a Brahmana is becoming a meat eater. Who is that? Chandala. Right? In our tradition, in our system, we have many many people whose parents are not Brahmanas, but they became Brahmanas by qualification, by quality, right? We have many. Like who? Like? Huh? Speak loud now, let's hear. Let us. These are important things. We should understand these things. We have so many people whose parents are not Brahmanas, but they became Brahmanas. We have so many people born in Brahmanas who became useless. We have example, yes. Narottam Das Thakur, very good. Bhakti Thakur, very good. Yes, very good. Very good. Haridas Thakur, yes. Jagai Madai, Jagan Madai, yes. Vishwamitra Muni. By austerity, he became a Brahmana. So Satriya became by austerity, yes. Sugadev Goswami, Sutra Goswami, yeah. Vyasadeva, you know what of Vyasadeva? His mother is what? Fisherwoman. But he is incarnation of Krishna. Risasringa, you forgot Risasringa? Right? Yes, Vidur. Prahlad Maharaj. Mirgari. So we have the history. Let us understand what is happening. That's the point we're making. Let us understand what is happening. The Prabhupada say it's not all the above terms mentioned in the Vedic literatures are never meant for any particular community or birth. There are different qualifications of human beings in general. There is no question of birthright or community. One can acquire the respective qualifications by one's own effort. The Bomasura. Who was his father? Krishna. But he became Asura. This is happening. So we should not look only externally, we should look internally to see. Then we can get things right. Daksha is a Brahmana, but he had nothing to do with God. Not a devotee. Dhruva Samuni, powerful Brahmana, but look at his activity. His business is to curse people. Every day you look for somebody to curse. Very envious of Ambarish Maharaj. Very envious. But the production of grains, grass, etc. becomes possible by rain. And this rain is made to shower properly by performance of recommended sacrifices. Such sacrifices are directed by the performance of recommended rites of the Vedas, namely Sama, Yajur, Rig, and Atharva. Do you remember anything like this anywhere? Very good. Thank you. Yes. In the Manu Smriti, it is recommended that by offerings of sacrifice on the altar of the fire, the sun god is pleased. When the sun god is pleased, he properly collects water from the sea, and thus sufficient cloud collect on the horizon and rains fall. After sufficient rainfall, there is sufficient production of grains for men and all animals. And though there is energy in the living being for progressive activity. The militias, however, make plans to install slaughterhouses for killing bulls and cows, along with other animals, thinking that they will prosper by increasing the number of factories. and live on animal food without caring for performance of sacrifices and production of grains. That's malicious activity, not human activity. But even to eat their meat, they will still need the food grains. But this is not coming to their head because the head is polluted. Yes. Those who, however, who are consciously engaged in the devotional service of the Lord are transcendental to all varieties of sin and virtue. Their activities are free from the contamination of the tumult of material nature. For the devotees, there is no need for performance of prescribed sacrifices because the very life of the devotee is a symbol of sacrifice. That is how auspicious devotee life is. Jagya Sister Sina Santa Bulchati Sadaba Kilbisaha.
We are eating like
As it is mentioned here, for the devotees there is no need for performance of prescribed sacrifice because the very life of the devotee is symbol of sacrifice. But as far as the need of concern, if we are using such things only for our sustenance, so we are free from all sins. Otherwise, if we are using our technologies like mobiles and many things, those are created by these demons. So we are taking the sins also. Is it not? Like we are using so many things for our personal.
Yes, we are using microphone. So we are helping the demonic scientists who made it. We are helping them. They didn't make it for this. But we are using it now, helping them to get purified. Yes, by using cell phone, our cell phone is fully loaded with the lectures, with mantras, with our scriptures, and so it is purified. It's purified. We are not contaminated by that. So it's good. This is good. Yes. If you use it for something else, then it is dangerous. Very dangerous. We shouldn't. Right. Many devotees are also contaminated by these things because they have the interest. They have the interest. Just like if you light a fire and put here, it will light. Why?
propensity is not there.
The propensity is not, the fire element is not in the water, so it will not light. If you put it here, it will light, right? Because here there is fire element. So if we have material desires, they will be contaminated when we see the facilities around us. Will become contaminated because the tendency is there. For one who does not have it, they don't have any meaning. They don't have any meaning. It is zero. And that is also the test of our progress in Krishna consciousness. How we are influenced by the material things. That's the proof of our Krishna consciousness. For one who is spiritually advanced, devotional advanced, they have no meaning. They will use it only for their Krishna consciousness and nothing more than that. Yes, we should use for Krishna. Our Jagya is Sankirtan. Thus, both devotees and fruity workers can derive equal benefit from the performance of Sankirtan Jagya. That is our own sacrifice. To perform sacrifice means to do Sankirtan. If we do Sankirtan, everybody will benefit. Everybody will benefit. And this is another way of being magnanimous, to do Harinam Sankirtan so that people will get the chance to hear the holy name. This is our charity to people. Give to the people. Give people a chance to hear the holy name. It's a charity. And for those who do this regularly, they are fulfilling the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the interest of our acharyas. Are you feeling compassion for the unhappy women and children who are left fallen by unscrupulous persons? Or are you unhappy because the goddess of learning is being handled by brahmanas addicted to act against the principles of religion? Or are you sorry to see that the brahmanas have taken shelter of administrative families that do not respect Brahmanical culture? This is what is happening. In the age of Kali, the women and children along with brahmanas and cows will be grossly neglected and left unprotected. You know happening? Yes, it is happening. In a community, any environment, women are not protected. They can't find anything other than inauspiciousness. Any community, women are not respected, are abused, children are abused, insulted. The duration of life will reduce. All inauspicious things will take place. Want to say something?
Unfortunately, nowadays women themselves they don't want any protection. Most of the cases, we comment on the class.
Hare Krishna. This is an unfortunate situation. If we, even in devotee community, if we quote these things like women need protection, they still, why we need? We are equal to men.
That's ignorance.
Effect of.
That's ignorance.
So then how to deal in such situation?
What is equal in this world? What is equal?
Actually, even this level of soul, if they are dealing, that is equal.
But what is equal? Show me one thing which is equal to another thing in this world. One thing which is equal. All of us say we have the same height. We have the same height, the same size, the same understanding. What is equal? It's ignorance. The only equality we have is death. Of course, that is overreacting. That is overreaction. Because they are seeing how they are being mistreated and cheated. So it's overreacting. So let us protect ourselves by this. It's ignorance. It's ignorance. Overreaction is ignorance. Yeah. The Brahmanas are traditionally intelligent men, and thus they will be able to pick up modern education to the topmost rank. But as far as moral and religious principles are concerned, they shall be the most fallen. Education and bad character go ill together, but such things will run parallel. All right. The so-called administrators are now bewildered by the influence of this age of Kali. And thus, they have put all state affairs into disorder. Are you now lamenting this disorder? Now, the general populace does not follow the rules and regulations for eating, sleeping, drinking, mating, etc. And they are inclined to perform such anywhere and everywhere. Are you unhappy because of this? A gentle person will not be comfortable in this world and seeing what is happening. A gentle person will not be comfortable with what is happening in this world. Would like to do something to help the society, or walk out, get out from here. In this age, the fathers and the guardians are not happy with the behavior of their children. Why? Children are not respectful. So Brahma wanted to kill Bhrigu because of disrespect. But why children are not respecting the elders?
Not getting proper training, cultural training. They don't find them in the ideal life. The parents themselves not living the ideal life.
They don't have ideal life. Ideal life.
No proper training.
No proper training. Why the children are disrespectful?
They don't have love and care.
They don't have love and care.
They don't feel gratitude towards them.
No gratitude towards them.
Parents begot them as animals.
Parents begot them as animals.
Lack of samskar.
Samskara?
Lack of mode of goodness.
Lack of mode of goodness.
Bad example of how the parents.
For example, how parents are living in the house. The children, they don't do what you tell them. They will do what they see you do. What they do. Yes? The principal reason is lack of samskara. The parent did not do governance samskara. Can you, Narada Muni changed so many entities. Did he change Kamsa? Narada Muni. He went to Kamsa many times. Did he change him? Narada Muni went to so many personalities. Did he change Hiranyakashipu? The sages and saintly person, did they change King Vena? They changed him? No. Why? The soul is already a demon. What will you do? What philosophy are you going to tell Kamsa, Hiranyakashipu, King Vena? What philosophy? So, guidance samskara is compulsory. It is compulsory. Even Krishna himself did. Did he need that? Krishna did samskara? But he did. So Balaram entered the womb of Devaki and installed Ananta Shesh before he left to the womb of Rohini. That is samskara. To teach us the importance of samskara. If the womb is not purified and the parent did not perform some austerity to purify the consciousness and take the blessing of the spiritual master, you are not going to get a devotee child. So when the child comes, one devotee already pregnant and she came to me, Maharaj, bless my child. I said, Mataji, it is late. You're supposed to tell me before the time. Which blessing are you going to give to change cancer in the womb? Which blessing? Just take what is there already. Take it, whether good or bad.
Somehow or other they are not able to do Garbhadhan. And the next, if they are keen to know that they have a baby, so later they do Sanantanayana and Shanti Homa, other samskaras. Is it work?
Yes, it will work. It will work if the person there is not a formidable demon. If it's already a formidable demon, it will not do anything. Kamsa was not changed. Even Narada Muni visited him many times. It didn't change. The soul is light. It's fortunate to have that. It's okay. Some changes will be there, but not completely. So it is compulsory, and Garbhadhan Samskara is not expensive. It's not difficult. Very simple, right? Simple. Srila Prabhupada said, make it public. The Prabhupada said, make it public. So you get blessing. It's a devotional service. Yes.
There are so many of us here in this movement. I don't think that our parents have performed this Garbhadhan Samskar. The many sannyasis, but still they are the devotee.
Yes. Very good question. Many of us, our parents are not devotees. They don't know anything about samskara. So we became devotees. So why is it a problem if we don't do it? After all, we are chanting Sisiran, taking prasada, hearing Bhagavatam, doing a lot of services. What is that? Those who did not know this, it's all right. They shouldn't become devotees. But one who knows the right thing and does not do it, Prabhupada said that is called whimsical. 1623 purport. That is called whimsical. Karma karataha. It is whimsical activity. One knows this will not be done, but it doesn't do it. That's whimsical. That is why see, Christians' children are Christians. Muslim children are Muslim. Hare Krishna children are not all Hare Krishnas. It's a reaction for acting whimsically. Many of our children hate the movement. You don't see that with Christianity, we don't see that with Muslim. It's with us. We know the right thing, we should do the right thing. Don't claim this immature transcendence. Transcendence is not imperfection, it is complete perfection. So there's a need for us to follow transformation before we become transcendental. Make sense? Thank you. Yes, Prabhu.
Like most of the birth now also it's not transcendental, it's by accidental. But does the Christianity people and the Muslim, as you mentioned, they follow some such kind of things like you mentioned?
They don't know these things.
They have some particular.
Yes, there's some little prayers there. They always, and they have more faith. They will go to their pastor to pray for them, to give them blessing. They do all this also. They do. They must go to their pastor. They have that faith. Make prayers for them for everything before they do what they do. And they're getting the result. And we are not getting like that.
Actually, this is a serious concern because I have
Yes,
found in
yes.
devotee community, like parents are devotee, they are trying to train their children, but in the beginning, few years they accept the Krishna consciousness, but later in the teenage, most of them are like going away from. So, is this the basic reason, like, or maybe some?
Yes, no samskara. It is punishment. If we are very sincere to ourselves, we will see that the mother and the father will realize, if we are very sincere to ourselves, that the children we have is not actually what we expected. We wanted a child better than what we have now. Bhaktivinoda could have this problem. Prithu Maharaj has this problem. They selected their children. We should select our children. We should select them. Say it will not be a punishment, not be imposition. So we selected. But with us, samskara, we are not selecting, we are imposed upon. Yes, sir.
Like the same answer as Mataji mentioned, like we are not born, like we are out of the samskar children. So when I am in my deity worship courses, so they are teaching us samskaras. So in these discussions, there also these discussions are discussed. So they said that we are facing this stress and so many anxieties in us. This is because of the samskaras. Because we have no samskaras, that's why we have lack of intelligence, lack of things. So samskaras you do if you know or not, if you don't know, it works. It works.
If we do something good, you cannot have the same result as someone who does something bad. There must be difference. Yes, there's no samskara, but we get connected. We are in the process, but the children are not practicing anything at all. There are so many ISKCON children who are doing things which I did not do before coming to Krishna consciousness. All of them they're doing, even though they were born here. It's a result. It's punishment. It is necessary for us to do the samskara. Yes. They should know that so many innocent children are victims of bad association awarded by the influence of this age of Kali. Okay. Oh, Mother Earth, 23. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, incarnated himself as Lord Sri Krishna just to unload your heavy burden. All his activities here are transcendental and they cement the path of liberation. You are now bereft of his presence. You are probably now thinking of those activities and feeling sorry in their absence. The activities of the Lord include liberation, but they are more relishable than the pleasure derived from nirvana or liberation. According to Srila Jiva Goswami and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, the word used here is nirvana vilambitani, that which minimizes the value of liberation. To attain nirvana, liberation, one has to undergo a severe type of tapasya, austerity. But the Lord is so merciful that he incarnates to diminish the burden of the earth. Simply by remembering such activities, one can defy the pleasure derived from nirvana and reach the transcendental abode of the Lord to associate with him. eternally engaged in his blissful, loving service. 24. Mother, you are the reservoir of all riches. Please inform me of the root cause of your tribulations, by which you have been reduced to such a weak state. I think that the powerful influence of time, which conquers the most powerful, might have possibly taken away all your fortune, which was adored even by the demigods. Remembering qualities of Sri Krishna, 25 to 34. The earthly deity in the form of a cow does reply to the personality of religious principles in the form of a bull. O Dharma, whatever you have inquired from me shall be known to you. I shall try to reply to all those questions. Once you two were maintained by your 4 legs, and you increase happiness all over the universe by the mercy of the Lord. Text 26 to 30. In him, 1, reside truthfulness, cleanliness, intolerance of another's unhappiness, the power to control anger, self-satisfaction, straightforwardness, steadiness of mind, control of the sense organs, responsibility, equality, tolerance, equanimity, faithfulness, knowledge, absence of sense enjoyment, leadership, chivalry, influence, the power to make everything possible, the discharge of proper duty, complete independence, dexterity, fullness of all beauty, serenity, kind-heartedness, ingenuity, gentility, magnanimity, determination, perfection in all knowledge, proper education, possession of all objects of enjoyment, joyfulness, immovability, fidelity, fame, worship, pridelessness, being as the personality of Godhead. And 40, eternity and many other transcendental qualities which are eternally present and never to be separated from him. That personality of Godhead, the reservoir of all goodness and beauty, Lord Sri Krishna, has now closed his transcendental pastimes on the face of the earth. In his absence, the age of Kali has spread its influence everywhere. So, I am sorry to see this condition of existence. What is truthfulness? What is truthfulness? Do you have the mic again? What is truthfulness? That's the first item mentioned here. And the 40 items here. What is truthfulness? The first thing is truthfulness. What is truthfulness?
Accepting what we are doing, or ideally it should be as per the scriptures, following the injunction of the scriptures.
Okay, thank you. Yes, sir. What is truthfulness?
have heard no gambling. Gambling brings telling a lie.
Falsity.
Falsity. So that way means truthfulness means no gambling, no cheating.
Okay, thank you. Yes, ma'am. Practice what we preach. Very good. What else? Truthfulness.
Not speaking what we don't know.
Yes, not speaking what we don't know. Very good. Very good. Truthfulness. This I mentioned, Narada Muni mentioned this in 7th Canto, chapter 11, text 8 to 12. And you find the same thing in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 13, but 8 to 12. 8 to 12, 8 to 12. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 13, 1, 3, 8 to 12. It's, items he mentioned there. Bhagavatam, Canto 7, chapter 11, text the same 8 to 12. We get the same thing, so many things, truthfulness. And then the Muni mentioned 30 items is there. Here is 40. In Bhagavad Gita is 20. Right? And it's mentioned the items of knowledge. What the Prabhupada said about truthfulness in the purport. This is truthfulness. Huh? Say it very loud. Use a mic. Use a mic.
Speaking the truth without distortion, deviation.
Papa wrote it. Papa wrote in the purport. Is it in the purport?
No, it's in the
Okay. What 1 minute? Speaking the truth?
without deviation.
Without deviation. That is truth, yes. Truthfulness, yes. Very good. Right? It is truth. Speaking all about Krishna, yes, Prabhu. Yes. What's the meaning? Truthfulness, what does it mean?
This truth is like that is not give distress to other, but it is pleasing as well as it gives a clear and right message.
Truthfulness. Speaking what is beneficial and not offending to others. That's chapter 17. Yes, thank you.
Like what Prabhupada gave, so Prabhupada gave the scriptures as it is without any dilution. So that
Okay,
is
truthfulness. Truthful. Very good. Truthfulness, yes. According to Dharma. Right? Truthful. Be truthful. Papa said one is ready to tell the truth, even to, one is ready to disclose, even to the enemy. The straightforwardness was being truthful. Let's properly explain that. And cleanliness, what is cleanliness? What is cleanliness? Clean, what does it mean?
Without contamination.
Huh?
Without contamination.
It does be specific. What is cleanliness? When you say cleanliness, what do you mean by it? Cleanliness? Purity is different. It's both inside and outside. Cleanliness. If you have 2 pairs of dress to wash at a time, that's what? If you have 2 pairs of dresses to wash at the same time, what is that? Dirtiness, that's no cleanliness. Cleanliness means that you have one pair of dress to wash at a time. That is clean. And inside, cleanliness inside means what? We are constantly chanting Hare Krishna mantra and not keeping anyone negatively in the mind. No one is in the heart negatively. If someone is there to be positive, cleanliness, inside and outside. Intolerance of another's happiness. Intolerance of another's unhappiness. Yeah, unhappiness. What's the meaning? What's the meaning? Intolerance of another's unhappiness. No. Yes, we want to preach Krishna consciousness. We don't feel comfortable see people in distress. We want to help people to get out of their distress. That's what it means. Yes, merciful. Devotee is very kind, very merciful to others. The power to control anger. The power to control anger. What's the power to control anger? What is the power to control anger? Self-control. Yeah, self-control to control anger. How do you control anger? Tolerance. Less desire. Yes. More loving, compassion. Yes.
By cultivating forgiveness.
Yes. If we want to control anger, we should learn how to forgive. The same?
Like just like Arjuna used.
Okay. Yeah, it's become angry with non-devotees. Very good. Yes, like Bhakti Saraswati said we should be angry with non-devotees. Should be angry. And then he asked, but am I a devotee? And he gave the answer, no. Then I should be angry with myself. Yeah. The proposition is not detailed. Text 31. I am thinking about myself and also, or based among the demigods, about you, as well as about all the demigods, sages, denizens of Pitriloka, devotees of the Lord, and all men obedient to the system of Varna and Ashrama in human society. We properly explain that. To effect the perfection of human life, there is cooperation between men and demigods, sages, denizens of the Pitriloka, devotees of the Lord, and a scientific system of Varna and Ashrama order of life. The distinction between human life and animal life therefore begins with the scientific system of Varna and Ashrama, guided by the experience of the sages in relation with the demigods, gradually rising to the summit of re-establishing our eternal relation with the supreme absolute truth, the personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna. When God made Master Dharma, which is strictly meant for developing animal consciousness into human consciousness, and human consciousness into godly consciousness, that is Varnashram, is broken by advancement of foolishness. The whole system of peaceful and progressive life is at once disturbed. But the real qualification of a Brahmana is to control the mind and the senses, and to cultivate tolerance, simplicity, cleanliness, knowledge, truthfulness, devotion, and faith in the Vedic wisdom, In the present age, consideration of the necessary qualification is being neglected, and the false bright is being supported even by a popular sophisticated, the author of Ramcharit Manas. This is all due to the age of Kali. Thus, Mother Earth, represented as a cow, was lamenting the regrettable condition of our life. We should cultivate tolerance, simplicity, cleanliness, knowledge, truthfulness, devotion, and faith in the beginning. We should cultivate this. Tolerance is very important. We have been talking about tolerance for days before coming here. We're talking about tolerance. Tolerance is very, very, very important. All these qualities are Krishna's quality. And we get these qualities to become a better devotees. So Krishna's qualities, we get them from Krishna for our own benefit. Yes, tolerance is very, very important. Without tolerance, we will simply suffer. If we don't tolerate, we will suffer. That's all. There's no two ways to it. If you want to be happy, you should practice tolerance. Simplicity, cleanness, knowledge, truthfulness. 32 to 33. Lakshmiji, the goddess of fortune, whose glance of grace was sought by demigods like Brahma, and for whom they surrendered many a day unto the personality of Godhead, gave up her own abode in the forest of lotus flowers and engaged herself in the service of the lotus feet of the Lord. I was endowed with specific powers to persuade the fortune of all the three planetary systems by being decorated with the impressions of the flag, thunderbolts, elephant-driven rod, and lotus flower, which are signs of the lotus feet of the Lord. But at the end, when I felt I was so fortunate, the Lord left me. The beauty and opulence of the world can be enhanced by the grace of the Lord and not by any man-made planning. When the Lord Sri Krishna was present on this earth, the impressions of the special signs of his lotus feet were stamped on the dust. And as a result of this specific grace, the whole earth was made as perfect as possible. In other words, the rivers, the seas, the forests, the hills, and the mines, which are the supplying agent for the necessities of man and animals, were fully discharging their respective duties. For the riches of the world surpassed all the riches of all other planets in the three planetary systems of the universe. One should therefore ask that the grace of the Lord always be present on earth so that we may be favored with his causeless mercy and be happy, having all necessities of life. One may ask, how we can detain the Supreme Lord on this earth after his mission is fulfilled and he has left this earth for his own abode? The answer is that there is no need to detain the Lord. The Lord, being omnipresent, can be with us if we want him at all. By his omnipresence, he can always be with us if we are attached to his devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, etc. The offenseless chanting of the holy name of the Lord is as auspicious as the Lord himself. And a movement of pure devotees of the Lord all over the world can at once change the troublesome face of the world. Only by the propagation of the chanting of the holy name of the Lord can we be immune from all effect of the age of Kali. 34. O personality of religion, I was greatly overburdened by the undue military phalanxes arranged by atheistic kings, by the grace of the personality of Godhead. Similarly, you were also in a distressed condition, strength, and thus he also incarnated by his internal energy in the family of the Jadus to relieve you. The Asuras want to enjoy a life of sense gratification, even at the cost of others' happiness. In order to fulfill this ambition, the Asuras, especially atheistic kings or state executive heads, try to equip themselves with all kinds of deadly weapons to bring about a war in a peaceful society. They have no ambition other than personal aggrandizement, and thus Mother Earth feels overburdened by such undue increase of military strength. By increase of the Asuric population, those who follow the principles of religion become unhappy, especially the devotees or devas. In such a situation, the personality of Godhead incarnates to vanquish the unwanted Asuras and to re-establish the true principles of religion. This was the mission of Lord Sri Krishna, and he fulfilled it. All over the world, you see our leaders, they spend more money in ammunition than for education and health. Mother Ed is saying this is a moderation for her. We are causing Mother Ed anxiety, disturbance by creating dangerous weapon to destroy the world. This is demonic activity. We spend less for health. Look at our hospitals. They are not adequately equipped, and the medicine does not cure the disease, or very expensive. To go to hospital is very expensive, but the money they spend for ammunition is heavy. They don't care about that. So we have lost the value of a human being because of our demonic nature, our demonic interests. But this activity is a problem for Mother Earth. She's feeling it. But who understand this in the world, all over the world? Look at our leaders. What is their interest? Their interest is not Krishna consciousness. The interest is not to help any person. It is for their own personal interest. In power. But they forgot that very soon they are going to leave the body. Very soon. And they are not leaving the body in full preparation how to leave the body, like the Pandavas prepared themselves to leave the body. They are not prepared to leave the body. So they are going to leave the body in a very miserable way, because they are causing anxiety for The whole world. Look at all the countries all over the world. They're constantly thinking about the military strength of that country, or this country, and that country. So they're always finding a way how to meet up with their opponent. This is a competition which is going on silently. And some other countries are buying the weapon from other countries. They will not sell you the weapon they are keeping. They will sell you the one which is inferior to what they have. And no, they are not donacharias who will give you the secret how to kill him. They are not donacharias. So they will give you the inferior weapon. So we are simply wasting our money for nothing. Better, but they will not hear because they are not here. Better for us to use this money to propagate the Krishna consciousness, even to take care of our own self, than to use the money to buy ammunition. But our government will not hear. They will not hear this. They don't have devotees to guide them. They only have the same conditions like themselves, who have the same mentality. The fools will select another first-class fool to lead the second-class fools. So in this way, we remain in the same situation. And Mother Earth is complaining. Is complaining. They have no ambition other than personal aggrandizement, and thus Mother Earth feels overburdened by such undue increases of military strength. She's worried. We cannot be happy by disturbing other entities. The anxiety we give to other people must certainly come back to us. So we are baffled to see why we are not happy with a lot of effort we are making. We're not happy because the effort we are making is giving other entities anxiety. So we cannot be happy. We can be happy only if we are working very hard. The same energy that you are using to work very hard to create ammunition to destroy, use the same energy to help the living entities. We'll be very happy. That's the way to become very happy. People who are very, very selfish must be depressed. If you don't want to be depressed, you should be selfless. Try to help other people become devotees. This is selflessness. We will never feel depression. Never. See all the devotees, pure devotees, look at their life. They are all selfless. They don't complain of depression or boredom. It is only selfish people who are having this problem. We should stop giving Mother Earth problems by being a good devotee. Then we'll be very happy. Text 35. Who therefore can tolerate the pangs of separation from that supreme personality of Godhead? He could conquer the gravity and passionate wrath of his sweetheart like Satyabhama by his sweet smile of love, pleasing glance, and hearty appeals. When he traverses my earth's surface, I will be immersed in the dust of a lotus feet, and thus will be sumptuously covered with grass, which appeared like hairs standing on me out of pleasure. There were chances of separation between the Lord and his thousands of queens, because of the Lord's being absent from home. But as far as his connection with the earth was concerned, the Lord would traverse the earth with his lotus feet. And therefore, there was no chance of separation. When the Lord left the surface of the earth to return to his spiritual abode, the earth's feelings of separation were therefore more acute. Text 36. While the earth and the personality of religion were thus engaged in conversation, the saintly King Parishit reached the shore of the Saraswati River, which flowed towards the east. That is the end of Sapapa's purport of chapter 16. Yes, Prabhu.
Krishna Maharaj, in 34th purport, Prabhupada mentioned, with the increase of the socialist population, those who follow the religious principles become unhappy, especially the devotees. And in such situation, the Lord incarnates. But till that Lord incarnates, what is his duty? Like now we can see in the world, devotees are in distress and anxiety with asuric. You can see the state of, like in Bangladesh, what happens. So like in that situation, till that Lord incarnation, what is our duty? Like we should ready to protect oneself and temples and deities. We should do some preparation for that, or just chant Hare Krishna and be not connect. Be happy is difficult, but still.
Thank you. Thank you for asking the question. We should get security. We should get security. Krishna has given us intelligence. We should use it. We should get security to protect. That we should do. Not doing it is foolishness. We are not protecting. Krishna did not need protection. Yudhishthira Maharaj gave military forces to protect Krishna when he is going to Dwaraka. Yudhishthira Maharaj did that. He is not ignorant of Krishna's position. He knows Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Why did he do that? That is affection he has for Krishna. And Krishna did not say, you are so foolish, I'm protecting you. Yeah, what do you mean? What is this? Krishna didn't say that. He accepted everything. This is love. We are not understanding this teaching properly. We are spending money for so many things. We are hiring meat eaters to come and cook for us for festivals. So we cannot hire security agent to come and protect the temple, the deities. What is it we're doing? Especially when we know that we are living with people who are very hostile to us. We should do that. We should get security. If we don't do like that, we will get the problem we are getting. We will get it. If we make effort and it did not work, that is a different thing. We have done our part. But if we do not do our part, we are responsible for anything that is being destroyed in our temple. We are responsible for that damage. We should be careful. Get security to protect. They should be there. It's not because you don't have money to do that. It's because we are not conscious of these things. If we are so transcendental, so selfless and don't care, we are free, Krishna is there. It's okay, we should not lament, we should not complain. We should not. Aham Brahmasmi, we should act like Brahman. No complaint. If we complain means what? We are not Brahman. We are not. This is how I feel we should do. Should do this. It's a practical thing. It's a common sense. It's a common sense. We should do this. We should protect Krishna. If we don't protect Krishna, we are not acting properly. That is ignorance on our part. Let us protect Krishna. Get security measure to take care.
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for giving this explanation.
Hare
Maharaj, you
Krishna.
mentioned like we can hire security for the protection of our devotees in temples. And what about like what about the training of brahmacharis or grihasthas as kshatriyas? Like whether can they take that kind of training and they themselves become the security for temple? What is the right understanding?
Why do you hire meat eaters to come and cook for you? If we can train brahmacharis and householders to do this, but why are we not also training brahmacharis to cook for the deities or cook for the devotees? Why do we hire meat eaters taking bindi and all these things to come and cook for you in the temple? Why? Let devotees chant Hare Krishna. Hire the military people to come and take care. Karmis are doing that. In their offices, they hire police or this to come and take care. They are doing it. It's not because we don't have money. It's to hire them to come and do this job so we can chant Hare Krishna. That's our duty.
So therefore, Maharaj, like we can conclude that as brahmacharis or as devotees, we should do our duty.
Yes.
To like by doing our sadhana and our regular services.
Yes.
And for all these other things, we can ask different other things. Is it the right?
Yes. Let us do our own duty. Our duty is to practice Krishna consciousness very nicely and preach Krishna consciousness to others. For security, let us hire the agents to come and do that. So we can do our duty. Let them do their duty. Devotees have different duty. Devotees have different duty. Let's do our own duty. We should practice very nicely and preach it to others.
In this relation, only one comment, like, please correct. Like, as per my understanding and some devotees in ISKCON, by seeing the current situation, we are thinking that there should be at least the basic devotees, those are having the Kshatriya spirit, not for everyone, but they should have a basic training to at least protect themselves and some devotees and the temple properties if needed. Because we cannot rely on the security in the police that happen in the Bangladesh. Police get beaten, they have changed their dress, they wear the pant t-shirt and then they run away. So in that case, because if we think everything, if we depend on the Krishna, just do Hare Krishna, then we should no need of the fundraising department also. But as a brahmachari, we are doing fundraising also. So because that brahmachari having that the tendency of the Vash, like, so similarly, if some devotees, if they have a Kshatriya tendency, so can they do something for their protection of their colleagues and devotees? Not all the times, like, but if they have something, can you please comment, Maharaj?
The police that were beaten, they have gone. They fired the people who came. Did they fire them? Did they shoot?
We don't know, but we got the videos from
the point is that they did not do that. They didn't do that. If they know that there is security here, they will not come there. They know there's no security. See, the politicians, they have the nature of espionage. They are very experienced. Before a Kshatriya go to fight somebody, he has also sent spies to go and check your weakness and your strength. You never see a Kshatriya going to do. Dhira was doing that at the battlefield of Kshatriya. All Kshatriyas have. And it is important for all leaders to do this, to have spies. They do that. They have come to check that your so-called police, you have they don't carry the gun. They are just hanging there, taking prasadam. If they know that they are well armed, they will not come there. They will not do that. So we give them the chance to do that. So devotees who have given their life to practice Krishna consciousness, we have the duty to actually do our part. We should give our attention to the practice. In sincere practice, our sadhanas will be very, very good. Let us hire the agent for this. Let them do that duty. Otherwise, yes, we can engage brahmacharis who have a Kshatriya nature. Which of us have Kshatriya nature here? We only have a passion, but not a Kshatriya nature. Yeah? If I point you gun now, will you sit here again? Tell me the truth. If I point you gun, you will sit here again. You will not jump away. It's a Kshatriya. A Kshatriya would never run away from gun. He will stand and face it. It's a Kshatriya. So let us give the duty to those who can do it. They have been trained for that. And let us do our own part by studying, practicing nicely. Let us practice nicely.
In Maharaj, in our temple also, like few devotees, they are doing their morning program, property services. After they are in fundraising department.
Yes.
Like here is this Mangal Madhapu is there.
Yes.
The whole team. So they are doing their morning program, Brahmanical activity properly, and then later on they are in fundraising. So similarly, in that some case, not on the regular basis, but I thought to be like doing morning Brahmanical activities, and then later on those are having some basic like services like Kshatriya kind of thing, administration and all.
If they want to do that as an exercise, it's okay. No problem. They can do that. It's part of exercise for the body. But as devotees, we should allow Krishna to protect us. Let us hire the agent. I'm repeating my word. Let us hire the agent to do the necessary security. They can carry gun. Yes, we should not use devotee to sit at the gate the whole night waiting for people. Or the daytime watching that. It will look very awkward for someone to come and see a devotee carrying gun and standing. It will be rasa bas. In rasa bas, it doesn't fit in with our Krishna consciousness. Let's get the security agent to do that. We can do the exercise, other yoga or whatever exercise, for our own personal thing. That's okay. That is fine. Okay, we can take break now and do a Gayatri, and we'll continue. Thank you.
पाँच मिनट